the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny Smith is here. Shaquille O'Neal. Big guy right there.
Ow!
In a few moments, we'll be sending you out to Portland as the Trailblazers go up against the Golden State Warriors. And a nice roll continuing right now for Golden State. They've been on a tremendous run, and we're deep enough into the season now to know that it's no mirage. These guys definitely for real. So we're right around halfway through the season. Shaq, a lot of trade discussions happening. What are your keys to making a great deal?
Well, it depends on your goal. You want to win now? You want to win later? A combination of both? Does your analysis ever make changes out of emotion?
Well, acquiring players that fit your system. You have to have a system first. That's the key. And if your trade looks too good to be true, it probably is.
I meant to say, do your analysis, never make changes out of emotion.
Okay.
See, I was emotional when I was talking about it.
Well, I heard you.
I
I understood it. I understood
All right.
it.
You did?
Not really, but.
Me either. And now with the tip-off, coming up shortly, it's time to send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
On the road and hungry for a win against a Western Conference rival, the Golden State Warriors are ready for this thing to get started. Happy holidays, everyone, from all of us at 2K Sports. And do we have a present for you today? Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan with Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Back in Portland, the Trailblazers kick off the beginning of a homestand. Guys, coming into this game, it's been 5 consecutive losses, so confidence obviously will be a key for them tonight.
Yeah, and they've just looked sort of lost out there lately. They're not playing with a whole lot of purpose or drive, and you just can't wait for good things to happen. You've got to make them happen.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines, and we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, Kevin Durant is much improved as a defender, and maybe it's some overdue appreciation, at least as he sees it. He said, people are starting to recognize me as more than just a scorer. I've been trying to shake that rap since 2012. I look to impact the game on both ends of the floor. Kevin, back to you.
A two-way player to be sure, D.A. Thanks. Chris, looking at the year so far, teams that made big changes in the offseason starting to develop now some chemistry.
Well, it takes some time, especially if the acquisitions are on the younger side. And this is where great coaching can make all the difference. This is where a great basketball culture in the locker room can make all the difference. It's all about, we say chemistry, chemistry, chemistry. What does that mean? It means trust. It takes time to build trust. It takes time to understand your players and what they like, where to get them the ball, what makes them better. And once you get to that point, it's a liberating feeling because now you feel like, okay, guys, we've gotten through the murky waters. Now we can have some fun. We know who we are. We have an identity. Let's go out and be us.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Thompson and Durant fill out the perimeter. Bell is out there with DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Curry in at the 1 spot. And so it's the Warriors getting on the board first. Three-pointer, Lillard, and it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Kicks to Curry. Thompson outside. Pass to Durant. Turner with the steal. Over to the left wing. McCollum against Thompson. Over in the corner, Turner. Kicks it out to Lillard. They shoot again. To the left side wing. Thompson against McCollum. 6 on the shot clock. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
And Cousins gets it to go.
Now look, an assist like that gives Durant more hyped than any other play he makes. He loves creating an easy bucket for a teammate.
McCollum finds Aminu. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his first foul. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. 13 feet away, and it's Lillard missing. The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. The shot from 20 feet away, off the left rim and out.
Off target with was what? A pretty good look from mid-range.
Here's McCollum, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
And this is why McCollum is an all-star caliber player. Possesses the ability to score on intense defense.
Goes up to the stripe. Curry can't get it to go.
Something affected him on that shot, and it wasn't the defense.
To the inside. Aminu dishes to McCollum. Over Thompson. McCollum no good.
Almost every look he gets inside is a good one, but the D hangs in there and makes it a tough one.
Here's Bell. And it's Portland with the rebound. Last time in Oakland, they lost to the Warriors.
And they couldn't get stops when they needed to. The opposition just too comfortable shooting the basketball.
And that's what can happen on the road. You have to be aggressive and try to disrupt them out of their normal routine.
Here's Curry with the 3, and the Warriors miss again.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Inside. Thompson looking for an opening. And that one's off. He misses his first shot of the game. Lillard from outside, and it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins. Cousins has got 4 rebounds in this game. Passes it to Thompson. And Al-Farouq Aminu gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And the Warriors decide to take their first timeout here.
And, of course, we know about DeMarcus Cousins last season and the torn Achilles. I'm just glad to see him back out on the floor and fully recovered. He's put in a lot of work in terms of rehab and make sure that he could get back to doing what he does best.
Well, you know your low post players are going to take a lot of trips to the foul line. So it helps to have big men who can drain free throws like this group can. 5th on the list, DeMarcus Cousins.
And a lot of these big men take the confidence they have in the paint straight to the free throw line with them. I mean, that makes them very hard to handle.
Yeah, because you know if you're going to be spending the majority of your time in the paint, you're going to get to the line a lot. So it serves you well to hit your free throws.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
I tell you what, it's like football, having a 3rd and 13 and them running up the gut. It just frustrates the defense. You have to hate giving up second chance points. It's demoralizing. After basically, you had to stop. He lives for these type of battles on the boards. It doesn't matter which end of the floor it is either.
Curry looking it over. McCollum against Thompson. Back to Curry. Just 4 to shoot. Over Aminu. Curry can't get it to go.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. He's been taking some bad shots out there.
Here's McCollum. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even.
McCollum is a sniper from the mid-range area on the floor. Always got to know where he is on the court.
Curry kicks to Bell. Thompson with it. Now defended by McCollum. Thompson passes to Durant. Over Lillard. Durant, no good.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Well, I like the decision-making, though. That's a shot you want to keep taking.
Lets it go from deep. Portland grabs the miss. Outside Turner. There's the dish to McCollum. Pulls up. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Thompson for 3. They get the rebound. Bell. It's tipped.
He's good at leaping up to block shot, Kevin. I mean, Aminu's vertical leap helps him big time on the defensive end.
And stolen by Cousins. On the wing, Thompson. He is guarded by McCollum. Fires from 18. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Yeah, they gave up in that one. The defense constantly breaking down way too many times.
Yeah, I'm with you. Disgraceful performance and an issue that might be tricky to fix.
Timeout called the Warriors.
And Evan Turner, a wing player who helps in ways other than scoring. He can bring up the ball and initiate the offense, and he's decent in the post and clever when he gets it inside.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Harkless is checked in, and Golden State also making a change. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. Now here's Harkless, defended by Durant. Harkless on the wing. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. L.C. Webb with Evan Turner, the former second overall pick. He gives you a little bit of everything.
The one thing missing from Turner's game, though, is outside shooting. He had a career 30% shooter from beyond the arc. But the instincts on taking threes, still, he's at his best when he attacks the rim and creates for others.
But they recover it. Here's Cousins. Banked in off the glass. Cousins has got 6 points. Portland leading by 3. Lillard outside. McCollum outside. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. That's 7 points for C.J. McCollum.
A lethal shooter from downtown. McClellan, he enjoys opportunities to pull the trigger.
Murray finds Durant. Connects from three-point range.
He's 1 for 4 to start the game. Now, I know he's disappointed with that, but we got a long way to go.
Lillard against Curry. Here's Lillard. 20 points for him last game against the Warriors in Oakland. Off target from three-point range.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Curry gets the bucket.
I tell you, how do you defend Curry on the catch and shoot? It's hard because he can hurt you from so many spots on the floor.
McCollum outside. Shoots over Livingston. McCollum no good. The Warriors shooting a lowly 30% to start this game out. To the middle.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
The putback. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Now here's Harkless. He's tightly guarded. Kicks it out to Lillard. They can't stop the run with that one.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up the three-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
And he gets the bucket.
Oh, it's easy to appreciate Lillard. Fantastic at powering through the D and nailing the shots.
On offense, here are the Warriors, fresh from a win against Portland.
You're going to win a lot of games when you can shoot the three ball the way they did in that one.
Oh, yeah. Once they started hitting, it was like an avalanche, even as the defense extended farther and farther out.
Clock at 6. Now, here's Livingston. He's guarded by McCollum.
That's a nice defensive effort. Sticking right up on him. I mean, affecting the shot.
Inside. Aminu dishes to Lillard. And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That is his first foul of the game. A different look now for Portland. Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Seth Curry comes in for McCollum. And Quinn Cook subbed in for Damian Lillard. Then for the Warriors, Jerebko comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Iguodala in for Kevin Durant. Here is Cook. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Here's Harkless. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
You know, for years, the adage has been that, C-Web, big men take longer to develop than other positions. Does that still ring true today?
I don't think so. I think today the point guard position, because the point guard position is the toughest position in the game. I think when the big men did take the longest to develop, it was because the big man position, the center and power forward, were the toughest, and that's kind of changed. Cat and B didn't take very long to develop. Big men coming to the league, they're more polished now, and I think the fact that the coaches, the coaching, the skill sets now are so much more alike that guys can make an easier adjustment into the game because they've been playing their game and adjusting a lot longer than maybe the players before that had to find a different role once they enter into the pros.
Iguodala gets the bucket.
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. I mean, the D is worrying too much about the other four guys. I mean, they can't give him open jumpers.
The Warriors trailing. Evans with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Evans kicks to Livingston. Unable to get that one. And it's Portland the other way. Curry outside. Drains it from beyond the arc. Curry's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Iguodala. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. And you look at Andre Iguodala, the first ever player to win a Finals MVP without starting a single game in the regular season.
That tells you something about his unselfishness and, at the same time, his under-the-radar impact on winning. His willingness to accept that six-man role right from the beginning, I really feel helped set the tone in that Warriors locker room.
And that one falls for Iguodala. Well, Andre Iguodala, an all-star in Philadelphia. And he has helped set the tone for the Warriors locker room ever since, Chris, he accepted a reserve role back in 2014.
And can you believe he's never won Sixth Man of the Year? But you can make the case he should win it every year with how much he means to this Warriors team.
Second free throw, no good.
Oh, he turns it up. And though Iguodala has become a long-range shooting threat, he still managed to struggle from the line.
Good on the bucket. 24 seconds left in the first. Livingston looking for the opening. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the first quarter. 5 on the clock. Here's Iguodala, and the layup's good off the glass. Iguodala's got 5 now.
Oh, man, the long arms of Iguodala, such an asset, converting around the painted area.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Trailblazers lead by 3. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Kevin Durant talked about his teammates and about the Warriors roster, the envy of every team in the league.
I like our depth. I like that we could play, we can play big, we can play small, we can match up with a lot of different teams. And it's just a matter of us going out there and playing consistent basketball. It's easier said than done. But we like who we are right now. We just got to continue to keep getting better.
You know, Greg, KD has a lot of help with his team.
And that's why he signed with the Warriors. But even with all their talent, you can bet Durant is going to be leading the charge.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Getting high percentage looks, wearing down that defense on the inside.
Right, and as the defense collapses, that opens up inside-out opportunities. A productive first quarter.
They've got Curry. Harkless is out there with Aminu. Then there's Myers-Leonard. And it's Cook in at the point guard. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Now here's Leonard. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Warriors in Oakland.
Well, his rebounding stood out, too. He gave them a big lift on the boards.
Curry against Evans. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. While we have the chance, we like to reveal the list of the past month's best fast break teams in the NBA. Second, the Warriors.
They've been playing an exciting brand of basketball during that time. I mean, taking every chance to get out in the open floor.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, Portland, as a franchise, they seem to be in a tough spot. I mean, they've had some bad luck with draft picks, and at the same time, they've lost some free agents to other organizations. I mean, they're too talented to go full rebuild, not with their stars, but they're still missing a piece or two from really being a danger in the West come playoff time.
Chris, for the Blazers, as you mentioned, you worry they'll continue to remain static in the West.
Yeah, I do, because they're too good to rebuild. And right now, you know, it seems like they're not an elite team and they're not a bad team. So how do you figure it out? And it reminds me a little bit of the Hawks about a decade ago. They were always a playoff threat, but never found that next stage. Hopefully the Blazers can shake things up to get them where they need to go.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Iguodala. 7 points in the game. Hands it from downtown.
Oh, and with the fast eyes, Iguodala finding the open man.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Draymond Green is a former Defensive Player of the Year, and he remembers his motivation. They said I fell in the draft because what position would I guard? I'll never forget that. I'm comfortable guarding any position. When I'm playing against big guys, I battle even harder. You have to prove a point. I won't be a pushover. Kevin?
Yeah, he never backs down. Thanks, David. The shot by Turner, no good. And it's Evans with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. Trailing by 2.
You can't be missing shots like that in the post. That'll get you a spot on the bench.
Now here's Harkless. He has 5. Cook, the pass to Turner. Here's Curry, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. To the paint, and then Iguodala with the dunk.
Wow, the balance and core strength of Iguodala, built for the and one.
The Warriors shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
That one misses for Iguodala. We talk about players working hard, but also being smart. I'm sure there are some training methods, C-Web, that you think translate well to success on the court.
Good nutrition has become more and more popular. That, along with rest and then cardio, you must be in shape because the game and the pace of the game is so much faster. So, yes, you have to be smart in your training methods, especially for your recuperation, especially for your rehabilitation if there's any injuries. You want to try to stay fresh while you're giving your all. And that's tough, especially back-to-back in an 82-game season. That can be tough, but it's something that you must focus on, and that's your health.
I can only imagine. Greg, you look at the lineup for the reigning champs. When healthy, this team starts 5 all-star players at every position.
And even with Boogie coming back from a devastating injury, this team is scary. People immediately called it the best team ever assembled. Credit the front office, but the Warriors players still have to prove they are the best ever on the floor this season.
First one falls for him.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
And both free throws good for Curry.
And think about this Portland team. Very solid on defense. They do a good job of closing out on shooters, both in the mid-range and deep. I mean, they can improve, but they're still a very tough team to score against at times.
Livingston kicks to Thompson. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. 6 points for Klay Thompson.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
A floater. All sorts of time. The shot by Harkless, no good. And for the Blazers, their defense, Chris, is something that can get overlooked.
Yeah, they don't do a great job of forcing turnovers. Bottom 3 in the league last year in that regard. But they are a very good rebounding team, and they play well as a unit. I love the way they rotate to cover up for each other.
Here's the Warriors with the ball. Big stretch here going 10-2. Iguodala with the bucket.
Oh, the concentration of Iguodala allows him to score with the hand in the face.
Trailblazers trail by 3. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Leonard, the pass to Cook. It's stolen by Livingston. Thompson against Leonard. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, one thing you love about Klay Thompson is he's just cool and calm. I mean, he stays in his own lane. Steve Kerr says he's not low maintenance, but he's no maintenance. He plays hard at both ends. He just wants to win, and then he goes home and walks his bulldog Rocco. Well, but bulldogs, you can't really walk them that much. I wonder if he's picking them up. I mean, that's about it anyway.
That free throw good from Thompson. And you look at Klay, not a care in the world.
Well, he's smooth. He has a carefree attitude. It helps in the locker room. I think it also helps him as a smooth shooter. I mean, even if he misses a couple, he's not thinking about it. He just keeps shooting.
The Warriors making a switch here. Cousins is checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
The skill, the quick release. Klay Thompson is a special shooter in the field and at the line.
Leonard against Thompson. Leonard finds Curry. Harkless on the wing. Sinks the triple. Harkless has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside, and then the nice little kick out in rhythm for the jumper.
Iguodala, the pass to Livingston. Here's Jerebko. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. Livingston's got 3 assists now in this one. Trailblazers trail by 4. Cook kicks to Turner. Back to Cook. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Livingston with it. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. That one falls. 10 points for Klay Thompson.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Terry Stotts, the head coach for the Blazers, he has earned the trust of this roster.
Yeah, if you talk to the players on his team, Kevin, they believe in the system that he runs. He is always willing to give players a chance to earn minutes and is up front with them. Playing under Stotts, you know that if you work hard and improve, he'll take notice and adjust the rotations accordingly.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Harkless. McCollum comes in for Seth Curry. And it's Damian Lillard in for Quinn Cook. Now here's McCollum. He has 7. Here's Leonard. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Iguodala up top. Turner covering. Pass to Durant. Three-pointer. Another 3 for Golden State.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Lillard finds Leonard. Now Nurkic. McCollum outside. Over Thompson. McCollum no good.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones. And guys, Cousins blindsided fans and players alike by going to Golden State this past offseason. Cousins knew he'd have to take a prove-it type deal when he entered free agency after that Achilles tear. The deal with the Warriors was put together and finalized fast, and kudos to the Warriors front office for striking when the iron was hot.
And he makes the first.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
That misses, so he splits the free throws.
You know, the combination of size and strength, it makes Cousins a tough cover. I mean, overpowering.
Thompson against McCollum. Over Thompson. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from McCollum. Golden State's gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on three-pointers. Curry passes to Iguodala. Thompson against McCollum. Iguodala kicks to Durant. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Durant's got the lead up to 6 now for the Warriors. McCollum feeling it out a bit. And Durant sends it back.
Well, you're not going to sneak that shot past Durant, not with the reach that he has.
And a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up. On Monday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. Then on Thursday, they'll be taking on Clint Capella and the Houston Rockets. Now, here's Lillard, providing around 26.5 points a game. Rarely has an off night. There's the triple. Warriors with the rebound. Cousins has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Durant, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Damian Lillard.
And great scorers find a way to get themselves to the free throw line. Kevin Durant certainly falls into that category.
And Kevin Durant, the ultimate get-out-of-jail card for your offense. With his height and shooting touch, get him the ball with the clock running down, and he can make something out of nothing.
And the first one at the line is good. You know, Greg, Kevin Durant could fit in any offense, but in your eyes, how good of a fit has he been in this Warriors attack?
Really like the missing puzzle piece. You know, I mean, his shot comes so much easier with the spacing he's afforded. At the same time, he's the fail-safe. When things break down, he can get his shot off against anyone.
Durant hits them both.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And when you take a look at that shot chart,
The amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
Man, this is a joke, right? I mean, there's been some glimpses of hope, but they've been few and far between.
And here are the numbers for Turner. How last month turned out for him, averaging 9 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
Well, yeah, lately he's been overachieving a little bit. Hopefully this is a sign of greater things to come.
And guys, got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Yeah, guys, and the finish is the perfect capper. I mean, taking it all the way to the 10.
Here's Lillard, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Lillard's got 6.
The future is bright for Lillard. Not only is he a scorer, but he's efficient, effective, and passionate about the game.
Curry dishes to Durant. Durant drawing the double team. Here's Bell. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now, here's Aminu. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Bell with the block. Here's Durant. And he overshot that one, missing. Trailblazers trail by 10. To the inside. Lillard finds Aminu. Back to Lillard. The pass to McCollum. And here's Aminu. 14 points from him the last game against the Warriors in Oakland. And the basket by McCollum.
Great timing from McCollum. Outstanding at filling out the D and burning them with the catch and shoot, Jay.
Now here's Curry. 23 points for him the last game against Portland. Cousins, no good.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Well, not all defenses are constructed to protect the mid-range area. Nicely done that time.
Here's Lillard. He's got 6.
A perfect position to grab the rebound. Gets underneath, boxes out, and pulls it down.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. Jordan Bell, the Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year, helped lead Oregon to the Final Four. And C-Webb, he said he patterned his game after Draymond Green.
Well, it's a lot of similarities to their game. I mean, I'll give you a different name. Ben Wallace, Detroit's 4-time Defensive Player of the Year. Another great role model for Bell as he looks to reach his potential.
First one falls for him. And he can't hit the second. Coach Kerr always focused on, Chris, what he calls the possession game. Turnovers and offensive rebounds.
Yeah, Kevin, when you think about it, for the Warriors, it's hard to believe, but they love making turnovers. And Coach, he's trying to control them giving extra possessions to the team. Because when they do that, their defense and shot making still usually went out.
Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. 14 points for Kevin Durant.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Lillard with it, and Curry picks him up defensively, and Lillard kicks to McCollum. Shoots over Cousins. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
He'll be beating himself up if they can't come back because he is not carrying his weight at the offensive end.
And the 3-ball is good. 6 points for Steph Curry.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
McCollum outside. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down 1 in the first. Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Oh, that's why you see them flexing a little bit. They're feeling good about how they've dominated.
Again, McCollum missing. Warriors leading by 17. To the inside, here's Bell. Misses off the left iron. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And Turner kicks to Aminu. Nurkic the pass to Lillard. Count that one.
Look at the energy Lillard plays with. He doesn't give in to the defense. He's superb at scoring despite getting hit.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw good, Damian Lillard.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Lillard against Curry. From downtown, another three for Golden State.
Another one. Man, he's just gotten into a great rhythm out there.
And part of this falls on the defense. I mean, you know he's hot. You'd like to force someone else to shoot the basketball.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Golden State Warriors. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Steve Kerr and Coach, what is the offensive approach going to be in the second half?
Well, we just have to do what we do, move the ball and wear them down with our ball movement, our cutting, and our spacing, and set better screens, all the usual stuff.
Yeah, it always seems to work out for you in the long run. Thanks, Steve. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings, friends and neighbors. One half down, another half to go. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He had 14 points, 3 assists, and 1 block. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, that one guy, Kevin Durant, he's okay. Took a lot of flack for leaving OKC, and we've all discussed that. But whether you disagree or agree with the decision, you got to agree with this. The way he's playing tonight, his performance is outrageous.
Looking at Portland, Shaq, your thoughts?
They were brick city, and it was painful to watch. Weak shooting starts to get contagious, and they were struggling all over the place. They got to work on getting more high-quality chances, more layups, fewer prayers.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
Welcome back. Downtown Portland looking spectacular tonight from the air. Such a scenic location here in Oregon. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
Terrific first half on offense. This is how you draw it up. We'll see if they can maintain that efficiency going forward.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Trailblazers trail by 17, setting the floor for the Warriors. Curry and Thompson are the 1 and the 2. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Bell, and it's Durant in at the small forward. Now, here's Nurkic. He's been quiet so far, still no points in the game. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for Golden State. Next up, they'll face the Suns. That'll be in Phoenix. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. And Durant gets it to go.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Lillard. McCollum outside. Over Thompson. Wow, way off on that one.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Well, not all defenses are constructed to protect the mid-range area. Nicely done that time. Yeah, Coach Steve Kerr may seem to have a laid-back demeanor, but knowing him personally, I tell you what, he's fiery. He's intense, and he wants to win. When tempers flare, don't be surprised to see him smashing clipboards and letting loose on the sideline.
Now here's Turner, following the miss by C.J. McCollum. Tries again, and Durant sends it back.
They haven't gotten their legs back. Just 1 for 4 to start the second half.
Thompson from long range, but they recover it. Got it, number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Lillard against Curry. Lets it go. Lillard with the bucket. Lillard's got 11. And playing for the Bulls, Kerr famously got into a fight with a teammate, Michael Jordan.
Yeah, he has that competitive spirit, that edge you need to succeed in this game. Great people skills, sure. He's not a pushover.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
And defensively, you know he's feeling good right now. And as the opposing team, you better adjust your scheme accordingly.
Now here's McCollum. He's got 11. Lillard outside. From outside, off the mark.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Curry gets the bucket.
And beginning to pull away. Really effective play calling halfway through this one.
Well, they figured out what's working, and that's what they're going to keep hammering on.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. And Z-Webb, you talk about a tandem of shooters. None better than Steph Curry and Klay Thompson.
Yeah, splash. The Splash Brothers. Steph Curry, he is the best shooter of all time, but I would say this, Klay Thompson is not far off. You think about his 60-point game in 2017. He only took 11 dribbles. He had the ball in his hands for only 90 seconds, and he dropped 60. I mean, that's one of the all-time scoring clinics.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. McCollum kicks to Turner. And another turnover here by Portland. And we've got a chance now to get caught up on how the standings are looking in the West as we make the push through midseason. Take a look at the Warriors. And not a surprise, really, to see them sitting there in that number 1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific. And checking out Portland, right now, quite a ways down below.
And for the Trailblazers, there were fears they'd be one of the NBA's doormats this season. Those fears have turned out to be well-founded.
Yeah, and we're deep enough into the season now to know they don't have what it takes to mount up any kind of charge.
For Portland, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Cook, the pass to McCollum. And Thompson sends it back.
Oh, he hasn't been much of a shot blocker in his career, but Klay denies that.
Now Curry. He's got 15. Outside Durant. There's the 3. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 7th assist in the game.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Aminu, and right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Yeah, Kevin, great court awareness from the crafty guard McCollum. I mean, a good teammate who likes hitting his open guys.
Now here's Curry. He averages over 27 points a game and seems to always find a way to score. Thompson inside the line, and there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
He's been in control here tonight, helping them get in front with his work from the field.
And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. Four on the shot clock. And here's McCollum for 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. Cousins has got 14 rebounds tonight, going after it. Turner against Durant. Pass to Cousins. Back to Durant. The three. Cousins trying to free himself up, but they'll get another chance. He feeds it to Thompson. He kicks it to Bell. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Durant against Turner. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. And that's now 25 points for Kevin Durant.
This is an amazing run he's on. It's like he's been the only guy on the floor this quarter.
And Kevin Durant with the slam.
Oh, man, the versatility Durant offers, driving, spotting up, using his post game. I mean, he does it well.
Cook kicks to Nurkic. He dishes it to McCollum. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. They get Stephen Curry.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And the more we see from McCollum in the NBA, the more his edge, Chris, comes out game after game. He is a fiery competitor.
Well, I love that McCollum will get right in the face of the opposition and talk right back. I mean, he backs up what he says with this game, so why not? It's rare to see a hard-nosed guy like McCollum play with such an edge.
Shooting two, gentlemen.
No good on the free throw.
And the leap McCollum has taken has been remarkable. From little used reserve his first 2 years to star scorer. Are you kidding me?
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Nurkic. Harkless comes in for Al Farouk Aminu. And Curry subbed in for Evan Turner. Golden State also making some changes. Jerebko's checked in for Bell. Iguodala comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Livingston in for Klay Thompson.
And we've seen just how incredible McCollum can be when he is feeling it. One of the few guards in the league who gets everything to fall when his shot is on. It's why he can just erupt with huge scoring nights at any given time.
Now here's Iguodala. 11 points in the game, and the basket is good. Iguodala's got 13 points.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Floats one, kicks it out to Leonard over Cousins, and two free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And with McCollum's explosiveness, Greg, you recall he put up 50 points in a game last season.
And how about he did so in under 30 minutes of floor time? McCollum, only the second player to ever achieve that mark. Helps he started with a 28-point first quarter. When he is locked in, he can put up points like nobody's business.
And he makes the first. Evans, he's checked in for Steph Curry. Leonard hits them both. One area that the Blazers struggled with last year was ball movement. They have a bad habit of going one-on-one too often.
Yeah, you might have to talk to the coach about that. The players fall into playing iso ball way too much. I mean, you know, in the NBA era where passing and ball movement are king, the Blazers are falling behind, and it's costing them. They were last in the league in assists and second to last in total passes. And I just can't cut it.
Here's Livingston. Kicks it to Cousins. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. Livingston's got 4 assists in the game. Passes to Curry. And he banks in the layup. Curry's got 13 points.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
Curry's gone 4-7 from the field here. Livingston finds Cousins. Now here's Livingston, guarded by Kerr. Here's Jerebko. And Harkless pulls it down. And it's Cook with the ball for Portland. They host the 76ers after this game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Now here's Livingston, guarded closely. Here's Jerebko, makes it off the glass. Jerebko's got his second basket of the game.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
I mean, I don't know whether to say it's amazing or it's sad, but you're down double digits and you still allow an uncontested layup. Where is the pride? Where is your heart?
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
Iguodala dishes to Cousins. Livingston with it. Jerebko with it. Guarded now by Harkless. Shot clock at 6. Curry looking around. He drains the quick shot. He's got 15.
Well, he's doing his best to get them back into this game. He's been money from the field.
Livingston kicks to Jerebko. Pass to Cousins. Now here's Jerebko. He averages about 5 points a game. Evans outside. Another 3 for Golden State.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
McCollum outside. Good on the three-point shot. McCollum's got 15.
Well, he's given himself a chance. 6 shots he's gotten up this quarter, but only able to convert on one of them.
Livingston kicks to Iguodala. And there's the call on Curry. That's his first foul. Lillard's checked in for Quinn Cook.
First personal foul. Substitution for the Blazers. Damian Lillard.
Here's Jerebko. Off the inbound, no good. For Portland, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Iguodala against McCollum. Fires top of the key. And again, it's Portland converting.
And McCollum is fantastic in running the screen and roll. He knows how to use the pick to get space to shoot.
Now here's Livingston, covered by Lillard. Evans inside. Curry meets him. Offensive rebound. Here is Livingston, covered by Lillard. Fader on the way. Livingston, that's good.
Oh, and this is where Livingston makes his money. Tremendous mid-range game.
McCollum against Iguodala. McCollum outside. Over Iguodala. McCollum, no good. The Warriors shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? Evans passes to Iguodala. He kicks it to Livingston. Now here's Iguodala, defended by Harkless. From deep three-point range, Iguodala, no good.
Just testing out the cannon on that misfire.
Yeah, way beyond the arc on that play. It's the kind of shot he can make, but not necessarily the one you want.
Now Livingston, after the miss 3 from Damian Lillard, kicks it out to Iguodala. The three-pointer off the mark.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Evans with the steal. And here's Livingston. There's the pass to Cousins. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And the bruising game of Cousins, nearly impossible to match up with him given his massive size.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line.
Cousins taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Cousins. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. The Warriors on top, just dominating this one. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter of action when we return. And a moment ago inside the huddle with head coach Steve Kerr.
Defense has been fantastic. Great defense. Offense, simple passes will get it done, right? You guys look great, though. Keep the pressure on.
Paying his guys respect they deserve. Likes what he sees. I like that message.
And Kevin, it's so important to praise your guys when they're playing well. Coach understands how critical it is to recognize good effort.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Damian Lillard out there with Stauskas. Then it's Collins, and it's Swanigan in at the power forward. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Three-pointer, Lillard. It's rebounded by Golden State.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And that one's good. Cousins.
Oh, you love the confidence of Cousins. His ability to rise up and toss up a shot as soon as he gets the ball is tremendous.
Here's Stauskas. Back to Lillard. For a long time, beat writers and media personnel have determined NBA awards. C-Webb is someone who's been up for some of these. Do you feel the voting system as structured now is fair?
I don't know how it can be fair if it doesn't have any players or coaches involved. I can't necessarily vote on the best doctors because I don't know what it entails, but I can definitely trust other doctors to give their comments on their peers. I think peer awareness is some of the most reliable that you can go for. But, we have some very knowledgeable writers, sports writers, and media personnel that know. But for the most part, you need help of the players and the coaches to make sure that the integrity is there.
And here is Cousins after Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go. Over Collins. And it's Golden State with another.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
And you see he's not worried about what's on the scoreboard. He just wants to go ham each possession.
Here's Layman. Stauskas kicks to Lillard. Lock at 6. Stauskas, the pass to Lillard. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And you can tell Lillard fears no one. Sometimes it doesn't even matter what you do defensively.
Livingston finds Cousins. Kicks it out to Evans. Count that one.
He has a little bit of trickeration with that one. Gets that one to go against the length.
Well, let's just call it what it is. Great body control on the lane, takes the contact, still knocks it in softly off the glass. That shot just can't be blocked the way he adjusted.
Here's Stauskas. The Warriors making the shot. Pass to Swanigan. It's stolen by Jerebko. Now here's Livingston, covered by Lillard. Shoots from 8. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now here's Lillard. And another 3 for Portland.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Livingston. Pro basketball is one of the few sports where awards are league-wide, C-Webb, and not divided by conference. Or if the NBA should consider giving out separate awards, for the East and the West.
Kev, I don't know about Eastern and Western Conference, but I do believe that there should be an offensive MVP. I do believe there should be a difference between MVP and maybe the best player in the league, because how do we define some of these things? So I do think we can tinker with some of the awards, but East and West, I'm not really sure with. I think it should always be about the best out of the total number of teams and conferences.
Good perspective. And Sean Livingston, one of the most unique players in the league, Greg.
6'7" point guard who excels hitting turnaround jumpers in the post. A bouncy finisher around the rim, a versatile defender, and really a cagey playmaker. No one else like him in our league.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, if you think about Sean Livingston's career, you know how close it came to ending. A knee injury so severe that doctors considered amputation. But he never gave up, and he made it back.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Cook's checked in. And then for Golden State, Damian Jones is checked in for Cousins. And it's Kevon Looney in for Urebko. And C-Webb Livingston's story. So many extremes, from a young franchise cornerstone with the Clippers to wondering if he'd ever be able to play again, ever be able to walk again.
Yeah, he fought his way through. I mean, first a journeyman bouncing around 8 or 9 teams, and then a key factor for the Warriors championship team. I mean, you could make a movie about it. That's how dramatic it is.
Looney misses from close range.
Does well to burrow his way into the post, but loses his touch on the finish.
Layman kicks to Cook. Stauskas, the pass to Cook. Fires from deep. The rebound by Simons. The Warriors have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Looney with the bucket.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here is Cook. Here's Swanigan. Back to Stauskas. When it comes to playing the role of villain in the eyes of many NBA fans, you know, you've got LeBron going to Miami, Durant leaving OKC, going to Golden State. C-Webb is having someone to root against good for the league. It seems to build some passion in sports for sure.
I mean, there can never be a hero without a villain.
Sure.
Even if that villain is temporary for one season. So one of the great things about the NBA is that our off season normally is just as exciting as the main season because of the trades and who's going where and the changing of allegiances, of alliances. I mean, so I definitely love all the movement. And you know, the great thing is you're never going to agree with what any player does 100% the whole time. So I love seeing the changes in the league and having someone to root against. I think it's good for the fan soul to have somebody that you can honestly root against.
That's fun.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Cook kicks to Collins. Here's Swanigan. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Oh, he caught him in stride with the lead pass. Now that was timing.
Curry finds Jones. Back to Curry. Lets it go from deep. That shot off the mark. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Here is Cook. Pass to Stauskas. Second chance shot. And Looney sends it back. Here's Simons to the paint. 13 feet away. Jones, no luck. And it's Cook with the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. Out to the wing. Here's Layman. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
No doubt that was a defensive mistake. You got to have a guy on him at all times.
Curry passes to Looney. Back to Curry. Last year, the NBA moved the trade deadline to before the All-Star break, C-Webb. Did you like that decision?
It caused teams to make trade decisions much sooner, and I like that. But I don't like the fact that maybe if, let's say, I'm a fan of Utah Jazz, and you trade the player that we love so much, and he's an all-star, and I can't root for him as a Utah Jazz fan. So as a fan, it gets a little bit tricky because that's still my player, and I want to celebrate with this guy at the all-star break, but maybe I can't. But I think that what it does is it makes teams much more competitive because no longer can you sit back and wait and have the time you could before to think as much as you could. Now you have to make a decision on who your team is, the identity, and do you want to get better now or take the risk now? And I think it's put some teams on the hot seat, and I like seeing teams on the hot seat having to make decisions quickly.
A different look now for Portland. Myers Leonard comes in for Collins. And Maurice Harkless subbed in for Swanigan. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Golden State. Here's Stauskas. Now Harkless. Here's Stauskas. With the teardrop, and the layup is good.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Warriors have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. Curry way outside, and the three off target. The Trailblazers shooting around 40% from the floor here. Cook dishes to Leonard. Kicks it to Stauskas. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Stauskas has got 4 points this quarter.
No, you can't lay that pass in there any better.
Golden State's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Iguodala. Golden State moving it around. Here's Evans. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
I think a kick out is the better option there. Defense had the rim on lockdown.
Here's Stauskas, covered by Evans. Stauskas kicks to Cook. Here's Leonard. The pass to Harkless. Here's Stauskas. Here's the floater. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. Not too long ago, C-Web, triple-doubles were widely celebrated. Now you see much more of them all over the league. What's been the change there, do you think?
I think the change has been the style of play and the removal of the big men. Being that there are no longer a slew of 7-footers in there rebounding, guards can come in there and do some amazing things in rebounding. And I'm amazed with Westbrook coming in and rebounding over the 7-footers. You also have better spacing, and so if I'm a one-on-one player, I get past my guy. I can trust it that if I throw it to a wide-open shooter now, because of the way that we've drawn the defenses in, there may be a few more open looks. And so I still respect it. I still respect the energy, the focus, the fact that you have to be all over the floor to do it. But, besides the fact that there's longer threes taken, or besides the fact that there's more small lineups, I still think it's a feat to be respected, even though we're seeing an increase in them now.
Well, this is the final season the Warriors will have at Oracle Arena, almost 5 decades in Oakland. And, Chris, as we know, they'll move across the water to San Francisco. No doubt a bittersweet moment for the team and its core of fans here.
Yeah, you just hope that the craziness of the crowd and that loyalty travels. I'm hoping the fans here in the East Bay can make that journey. They deserve to be part of the Warriors story as it continues to be written. I mean, if you've seen what they're doing, in the new Chase Center, right on the water, it's going to be special.
And the Warriors with possession here. Portland making their last shot. Iguodala outside, and it's Evans in the corner. Baseline try. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Pass to Curry. Over Cook. Curry gets the bucket. Curry's got 9 points here in the second half.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Warriors.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so checking out their record tonight, that'll mark win number 32 overall.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Kevin Durant.
He had those defenders shaking their heads. There were times when they thought they had a handle on him. And then just like that, he'd go off on another tear.
Iguodala with it. Outside Curry. He kicks to Evans. Back to Curry. This one for three. Rebound by Stauskas. Feeds to Cook. And they pick up two. There's 10 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Now here's Curry. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much with Kevin Durant. Gave a slow start for you offensively, but you were able to stay aggressive. How do you keep that mentality as a great scorer?
Well, you got to keep shooting, no matter what happens. So it's easy to, play well throughout the game when you're making shots, but when you're missing, you got to get your mind right, and that's what I tried to do, is just stay aggressive.
And it sure showed out there. Thank you very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. So long.